What's going on, traders? We are back at it again with the top stock picks of the week, and what we are looking at here is the daily chart time frame for SPY. All analysis will be done on the daily time frame. So what do we have going on with SPY? Right now, it's a pullback period, and every dip on this most recent uptrend has been bought up. Now, if we look at the 5-minute time frame for SPY, it got bought up last week, at the end of last week, and then kind of pulled back, but is a healthier pullback into that buy up off of those pre-market lows with a little bit of a run up into the after hours session. So going into this week, I think that there's probably a chance that this dip continues to get bought up and we run right back up to those highs. There's also a chance that this will pull back and fall down towards the most recent resistance, which could turn new support at $460. Yes, I am literally saying that this can go both ways. So what I'm looking for on SPY is very simple, is either higher highs or lower lows, right? I'm just going to straddle the recent price action here and play the direction. So if we get a break above $471, I'll look to take it long with the run up towards $475, or if we get a break below $466, I'll look to take it short for the run down towards $460. Right now, not going into the week with too much of a bias on SPY, just planning to play the directional break of the price action wherever it decides to go. Number one, besides SPY on the watch list, is going to be AMD. This dip recently got bought up. It started to consolidate here after pulling back. The dip got bought up, had a beautiful run topside. If this can run any higher beyond where it's at, we run up towards a gap area at 144. Now, there's a gap to fill up to about 147.5. That's going to be really interesting if AMD can continue to put in those higher highs. So I'm looking to take AMD long this week above $141 for that run up to 144. Then we reassess long above 144 for the run to 147 if we get the bullish momentum. Now, on the flip side of that, if we get a bearish move, we get a breakdown below the support at $134, I do think that there's a chance this pulls back towards this 50 EMA price target. At that point will be $128. Next one on the watch list is going to be Meta, META. This one is very similar situation and scenario with AMD, right? It's been on this uptrend. All of these dips have been getting bought up. It pulled back, consolidated for a couple of days, and then put in that higher high. So, it's literally almost the same exact setup. We're going to approach it the same way. So just looking for those higher highs, long above $354 with a price target of $360 in mind. What I like about Meta is that it has reclaimed the $350 whole number. So from here, if it's going to push up, I think it should absolutely hold that price point as a point of support. If it doesn't, then I will look to take Meta short below the most recent support down here, or about below the swing low at $343, and it'll be the same idea with AMD. I mean, the price target here is going to be that 50 EMA, somewhere around $334. So waiting for the price action, right? Just kind of trading what the trend is and what it's going to show us in real time. Next one on the watch list, and this is my favorite setup of the week and almost of all time, really. This is not the first time I've ever seen this setup, but it's a very rare setup. This is the chart for NVIDIA, NVDA, and this is something that I personally would deem as an A+++ setup. I mean, it's a beautiful setup here. We've got a pattern. This is known as an ascending triangle with a flat top line of resistance, a static line of resistance, and then dynamic support creating higher lows on the way up, and it's holding the 50 EMA, which is beautiful on the way up as well. We're nearing and approaching a $500 whole number, and just above that is going to be all-time highs. So I really think that once NVIDIA goes, if it decides to break out above 500, this thing probably rocket ships and takes off to 520 easily. So we need to wait, though, because we need that confirmation first, right? NVIDIA, it may not even be in play this week. We may see another cycle of rejection and then a rally back up, and then the following week after, then it's in play. But we need to keep alerts on this and keep an eye on it. NVIDIA, long idea this week above $500 if it can get there. If it can't, I'm not interested in taking a trade on this while it consolidates within this pattern. My plan is to let this pattern work itself out, let it consolidate towards the end, and then give us a directional move either up or down. It could break down, either up or down, but I'm really hoping that this bullish looking pattern does break out at some point so that we can capitalize on this. So NVIDIA, long idea above $500. Boeing, BA, next one on the watch list. This one had a negative news catalyst come out on it. You see here that the chart was pretty crazy, a really super bullish run up into a pattern, looking like a bull pennant pattern, honestly. But this is proof here that bull pennant patterns don't always have to break out, right? Boeing breaks down, started to consolidate just below the $250 whole number, going to be that natural point of resistance. And then over this weekend, had a negative news catalyst come out. Well, a news catalyst come out, which I would assume there's going to be a negative reaction to it. I believe part of a fuselage broke off mid-flight on a Alaska Airlines, so they had to, emergency land that plane. Doesn't look good for Boeing, right? My assumption here is that Boeing's going to gap down on Monday morning, and what we will do here is look for the continuation drop on Boeing below whatever those pre-market lows are going to be. So I'm looking to take Boeing short this week. As it stands right now, my plan is to take it short below $240, but it will depend on where Boeing drops down to in the pre-market and then where it opens up at overall. Okay, so Boeing will be a short idea below $240. Next one on the watch list is going to be Microsoft, MSFT. We're looking at about 1 month here of consolidation, just above the $366 line of support, which is now pretty close to that 50 EMA here on the daily time frame. Most recently broke this uptrend trend line down to the bottom side and sold right off to 366, but has held this price point as a point of support over the past 4 trading days. So what I'm looking for going into this week is going to be a break of that support on Microsoft, short idea below 366. Apple, AAPL, next one on the watch list. Very simple analysis here. You see the gap down highlighted by this gray shaded box. You see the gap down in the sell-off, right? That's going to be a negative reaction to a news catalyst. So the analysis here is very simple because all that we're looking for is going to be lower lows on Apple. Short idea below $180. I'm not interested in taking this long. It doesn't look like a bullish setup to me at all. Does it look extended to the bottom side? Yes, a little bit. Could it bounce? Yes, but it's not telling me right now that it's going to bounce or looking like it's going to bounce. So we continue with the trend. Short idea below 180. Next one and final one on the watch list. Before I get to it, by the way, press that like button for me if you haven't done so already. It's the best way to support this type of work that I do. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, press subscribe for me too. Again, it's just the best way to support the work, and it's free. Free to do. Amazon, AMZN, next one, last one on the watch list. We'll get through it here quick. Very similar setup to Apple, which is a breakdown from a bull pennant pattern on a stock that was, kind of overextended a little bit down towards that 50 EMA. This is looking weak to me. I'm not planning to take this long at all. I'm only looking for lower lows. Short idea on Amazon below $144 to see if we'll get that true breakdown from this 50 EMA resistance point. That is it. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that these charts have helped you out. Good luck next week. Go make some money, and I will see you when we continue that $1,000 account challenge. Take care.